My name is Gildor Simplice. I attend Tennessee College of Applied Technology in Hohenwald. I'm studying electromechanical technology, and I will graduate this December. After high school, I did transfer to college, and I dropped out simply because I desired to party more than my desire for party was greater than my desire for success. But after working little jobs, I wanted to do something better for myself, and so I decided to go back to school. But the trick was what to study. And I was talking to my brother some time ago, and he said, what are you doing? I said, well, I'm taking a motor out of a blender. He says, you've been doing that since you was a child. And so that kind of propelled me to where I decided to take something where it involved fixing things, motors and different electrical components. Yeah, electromechanical, it combines electronics with the mechanical side. So you learn to fix different electrical components, and you learn to fix different things that are related in the mechanical field. For example, we get training on how to work with a robot, how to program it to do different tasks, and you learn to use what they call programmable logic control, which is a program that could be used to let's say I work in a Coca-Cola company and I want to fill the bottles. You would use that type of program to fill the bottles to a certain level and stop. And so sometimes they can go wrong. So it might be spilling, and my job would be to come and figure out what's going on, what's wrong with it, and fix that type of thing. Yes, you actually get to work on an actual robot that is using the production industry, and we have that in the classroom. You use a teach pendant to teach it to do what it needs to do, or you could use a computer that uses a PLC program. Yeah, my grandmother used to say that salt never says that it's salty. You have to taste and tell that it's salty. But based on what I've been told about myself, I have great leadership skills and management qualities. So ultimately, when I get into my field, I would like to advance to a management position or in a position where I can teach or train others. I think for me personally, my favorite part is what I get in the long run, the accomplishment, and that has been my motivation, knowing that I will have the power to earn more and be a better provider, and also to be a better productive citizen in my community. Well, a typical day is always great. Well, I would wake up around 6:30, get ready, do a little workout, and get to school. Generally, the school starts about 7:45. Get to school, pick up my friend because he carpools with me, picks him up, and once I get to school, get right to work. What's fascinating and appealing to me is that it's a self-paced course. You can go as fast as your abilities, and so you can be ahead, graduate early, and so somebody's not holding your hand telling you need to do this or this. It's where you show the initiative and get your work done. And so that's a typical day for me. It's not very complicated, because oftentimes people will not go to school because they feel they're going to be stressed, but what I've gotten here is the support from the instructors and staff to motivate you to keep going and give you that drive to accomplish what you're here to do. The most activity that I'm involved with, or organization that I'm involved with, is Skills USA, and it's an organization for students, and they teach you leadership, and especially some of the soft skills that most people do not have going into the work field. They train you how to communicate, how to do an interview, how to write a resume, how to even shake hands. Some people, they don't know how to shake hands at an interview, or how to respond to interview questions. And so that has been one of my involvement in the school itself. I'm the president for the local chapter here, and also for the state of Tennessee as well. I was elected to be president to represent the whole state. Absolutely. And in fact, sometimes I am studying and I read out loud, and there was one point where my daughter said, well, because I was reading about circuits, she said, well, what is a circuit? So what happened now, over and over again when I'm studying, I explained to her. So it became an encouragement for me to really know what I'm talking about, because she's going to ask me every single question is, what is this? What is this? What is this? So that has been a real support. And I had some issues with math, and my wife has been a great support because she's good at math. So she was able to tutor me and help me as well. Well, I think one of the excuses is you're too old, or there's not enough time. But as time goes on, you see that your life is just wasted doing nothing. And so I looked at those excuses and realized if I make them an excuse for myself, I will never do anything. So I overcame those excuses. Nike, just do it. Well, that's the best I can tell you. All the fears that will come up in your mind, they're just fears. And once you act upon that fear and say, I'm greater than that, you will overcome. And just make that step and say, you're going to do it.